So y'all, we have 2 more episodes of The Real Housewives of Atlanta before the season finale. So April 18th will be the season finale, and I'm guessing the 25th will be the start of the 3-part reunion. So this season is coming to a close. I think y'all already know how I feel about it, but let's just get into this episode. So the ladies are still in New Orleans, and we see Drew walking into a restaurant, and first thing I notice is what she's wearing. Drew, my girl, please. Oh my God. And even seeing the reunion looks, it seemed like she still didn't learn her lesson. So I don't know. I don't know what this is she's wearing. I mean, I like the wig at least, but this is a baggy leopard blouse with a camel short. I don't know. Anyway, we're with Drew right now, and it looks like she's meeting someone in the kitchen. Meanwhile, we're back at the hotel with the other ladies, and they're heading on the bus right now to head to Drew's location. Oof, all that ass getting on the bus. Like, all of these women are stacked. So Drew lets the ladies know via FaceTime that she has a surprise for all of them on their way to their location. And of course, we all know what that surprise is. Again, now I see Drew in the light, and now it's a greenish leopard baggy blouse with a shiny pleather camel colored short. So the ladies arrive and they all see that they have to cook. We see them going in the back of the kitchen, and lo and behold, who do they see? Legendary New Orleans bounce artist, Big Freedia. Like, she's a New Orleans staple. Like, I've seen Big Freedia like in passing at the club, performing. Like, oh my God, New Orleans royalty. So Drew lets us know that she got that connect because her cousin knows Big Freedia. So this is how she was able to coordinate this entire gathering. And I'm pretty sure Big Freedia didn't mind being a guest on a popular reality TV show that's seen by millions of people. And what I love about seeing Big Freedia on here is that hard New Orleans accent. I'm gonna show y'all how to make some booty popping potatoes. Like, oh my God, I love that accent. And we're gonna twerk at the same time. I love it. Oh my God, Cynthia, again in your New Orleans accent lesson. You already know. It's you already know. And then Kenya trying. She the queen of bounce, baby. No. She the queen of bounce, baby. That's how you say it. I might have to say you already know throughout this entire video, y'all. I'm sorry. This is just such a joy to see Big Freedia. I think she saves the episode for me. Something my mama taught me. Okay, I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna do the review. I'm sorry. No more New Orleans accents. I'm sorry. So it looks like Big Freedia's teaching the ladies how to make booty popping potatoes. And what that basically is, or what it looks like, is like a Creole spin on some sauteed potatoes with meats and seafood added to it. Because it looked good when they finished making it. So later on, Candy's being nosy and asks Marlo, so what you and Portia was talking about? So Marlo's just telling her that, yeah, we had a conversation about, she thinks that I'm being different now that I'm being friends with Kenya, and she's warning me to take it slow with her. And Kenya looks up and says, now why is she talking about me? Now, y'all, if we rewind this season, we can remember Marlo warning LaToya about Kenya and how she is. So do we see a pattern here? Like, knowing the type of individual Kenya is, someone does need to be warned. I mean, determining how Kenya treats people and the way she acts, you know, that's the reason why she can't find nobody to babysit her child, because she has no village. That's when I see all these Kenya apologists in my comments and on social media. I'm like, have y'all been watching the show? So Marlo tells Kenya and Candy that she asked Portia point blank, did she sleep with the stripper? And Portia said no. So she's telling Kenya, well, she said no, and I'm telling you that that's it. That's the end of it. And then, you know, Kenya is a dog with a bone. She was like, that's not true. That's not true. Like, if Portia says it's not true, then it's not true. Like, why are we still harping on it? Even if it was true, now what? What else is going on? So I'm just wondering, like, why is Kenya keep holding on to it? And then with Marlo, it just seems like she just wants to know did Portia sleep with the stripper or not. She don't care. Wow, I never would have thought Candy would be coming to Portia's defense. Like, yes, leave Portia alone. Like, stop bringing up the stripper. This happened like 4 episodes ago. Why are we still talking about it? It does not matter. So now Kenya is saying, well, I know I'm not the only one. I know it's the truth. And then Marlo's like, well, Candy, do you know? Putting Candy on the spot. Candy does not want to be involved, so, Candy's being diplomatic about the whole situation. I'm pretty sure she doesn't want to go backwards with Portia, so she's trying to stay out of it. And the way Marlo keeps pressing about it, it's a little disgusting to me because it seems like she really don't have Portia's best interest at heart. Kenya's making this big deal about being painted as the villain, but you're the main one hanging on to this. You're trying to slut shame someone and embarrass someone intentionally. Like, why isn't any of the other ladies harping on this story right now? You have a grind to axe with Portia because you're jealous of her. But Kenya wants a plot line. She wants to stay on the show. She wants to keep a check. But you know what? She can do all the antics she wants to because the karma comes back to her, as we can all see, tenfold. Like, I really wish that Portia would have made a big deal about her Native American headdress, like, for the rest of the season, and harp on that. Ooh, I can't wait till the reunion. So Marlo is saying in her confessional that if Portia is lying about the stripper to her, then they really aren't friends. Like, you have Kenya, her other friend, saying it's true, so she wants to know what's the truth. She's really inserting herself into this, isn't she? Oh my God, and we're gonna continue talking about Drew's outfit. I just saw the shoes too. Oh my God. She's coming for Giselle's crown, y'all. Like, I'm sorry to keep bringing up her look, but it is quite atrocious. So the ladies, along with Big Freedia, are all sitting at the dinner table eating the food that they just prepared. It's a little bit of awkward silence, unless that's production. And then Marlo speaks. Now Marlo takes this time to ask Big Freedia at the table a hypothetical question that is obviously centered around what she's going through with Kenya and Portia. Like, word for word. The ladies are just looking at her like, what? And why are you bringing Big Freedia into this? Oh my God, I'm sure Big Freedia did not sign up for this. Like, it is blatant. Portia's now saying, wait a minute, are you talking about me right now after we just discussed this? And then Marlo's like, well, we're in front of 7 women. I didn't want to say your name. Oh my God, she's doing the exact same thing Kenya did. Like, this is so rude. Marlo, you are trash. And the thing is, I don't even go up for Portia like that, but I'm going up for who's in the wrong, and I'm going up for what I'm seeing with my own 2 eyes. And now Portia and Marlo are going at it, and Marlo's just getting mad aggressive for no reason. So now Kenya has to insert herself into this argument. Candy raises her hand and says, Marlo, this really has nothing to do with you. So then Kenya calculated and asked, well, if you're going to talk about the truth, you can talk about the whole truth. And then Marlo brings up, well, Portia said it didn't happen. And I'm like, okay, here we go. And then it looks like Kenya's trying to politely check Marlo and say, well, why are you bringing Big Freedia into this? Big Freedia is over there eating her food, minding her business. Big Freedia looks like she didn't come for this. Portia is like, I have nothing else to say. And then Marlo's like, well, both of y'all put me in this situation. Both of y'all, what? And she's just getting louder and louder. Now Marlo's putting 20 on 10 and calling the ladies motherfuckers. And now it just starts going left. So Marlo excuses herself from the table and tells the ladies good night with y'all fake ass. But what's funny is Marlo goes to the back and now she can't find her way out the restaurant. But she can definitely find herself into someone else's business though. So the way Marlo's going off, I think Portia's had enough, and I think that's the end of their friendship. So Drew, Kenya, Marlo, and LaToya are all outside, and it looks like Kenya and Marlo, which I'm pretty sure that was orchestrated between them, are ready to go now. And Drew's trying to get them to stay. But yeah, they made up their mind and they're ready to go. Meanwhile, inside, Portia definitely clocked the situation for what it is. Like, Marlo was looking for a nugget in this situation to insert herself because she wants camera time. Oh, so it's just Marlo and LaToya that leaves. So then Kenya sits at the table and she tells Candy that, yeah, Marlo's upset because of Portia. And then Portia's like, don't say my name. Do not say my name. And now we have Kenya versus Portia. Round 787. Child, low key, I'm looking at them plates. It looked like nobody ate that booty popping potatoes. I'm just saying, I'm just looking. It looked like nobody ate it. So Candy does bring up a good point. Like, she's like, at the end of the day, what does it matter if someone slept with the stripper or not? And all the ladies agree, like, it has no effect on my life. And Kenya's like, well, it doesn't make any effect on my life either, but we keep talking about it. No, you keep talking about it. And then she brings up Portia's name again, trying to antagonize Portia. And Portia's like, why can't you just keep my name out your mouth? And then Kenya goes back to her same defense of this situation. Because if it were me, then y'all will all be talking about it. Well, the stripper probably didn't want you. And I think that deep down, you're mad that the stripper wanted Portia. So now I'm guessing Kenya's trying to shame Portia at the table. Like, why are you lying about it? Why are you lying about it? And then, Portia pulls a classic Nene with the sarcasm. Yeah, I fucked the stripper. Now what? Now what? I fucked the guy who made the pig too. What you gonna say about that? Portia looks like she's unbothered, and I love it. Like, the thing is, Portia has grown. Because old Portia probably would have thrown that food in her face and then yanked Kenya's hair and slammed it on the table like Monique did Candace in Real Housewives of Potomac. But Portia has grown. But Kenya clearly hasn't, because she loves antagonizing people for a moment. Portia, wide is this table? You can't help but laugh. I'm looking at Candy's face. Wait a minute. Candy is me at the table while two people are going at it. Ooh, now we get to the B words. Now what, bitch? And now King like, don't call me a bitch. Portia's like, bitch. So yeah, it looks like the dinner ends when Candy says like, oh, well, how can we just dead this situation? Kenya says, well, I don't know. I know. Stop talking about it. Just stop talking about it. Has nothing to do with you. Stripper didn't fuck you. Even if the stripper did fuck Portia, or if Portia admitted it, what else? What else is going on? Anywho, later on, the ladies are all back at the hotel. So Candy's having a one-on-one with Marlo about the situation and why did she blow up. And it looks like Marlo's still trying to talk about the friendship, but Candy just cuts the bullshit and says, you just want an admission. Basically, and I totally agree with that. Wait a minute. Then Marlo just said she can't be friends with a liar. Really? And that's the reason Portia's lying about this, so she can't be friends with a liar. Let's go back. Let's go back all the way to season 4 when you came on. And remember when you told Sheree that you didn't want to be with those F words, and you blatantly lied to your friend Miss Lawrence about it? You remember that lie? That you just said like a gay slur? Okay, I'm just keeping track. But anywho, Candy's like, well, it ain't your pussy. And then Marlo just totally ignores that and says, well, you know what happened. And then she tries to bring up Portia's history of lying and asking Candy's opinion on that. Which Candy does have to admit that, Portia has lied in the past, even though Candy's trying to be diplomatic about it. But just hearing Marlo talk about this just tells me that she never cared about Portia. So it's the next day, and the producers are still on this Al Roker giving us the weather bullshit. As if the cameras panning the dark clouds don't let us know that a hurricane or bad weather is on the way. And now we're in Kenya's room, and LaToya comes over, and Kenya's still talking about Portia, saying that, well, if she wants to lie, she can lie. Like, I know the truth. Okay, good for you. And then LaToya says, well, Portia left. And I honestly don't blame Portia. I mean, not only being fed up with the bullshit, but a hurricane's about to come. So now we cut to Drew's room and Cynthia coming over. And she said she tried to call Portia, but she didn't answer. So then she called Shamia, and that's how she found out that Portia left. Kenya's getting a kick out of, I'm guessing, Portia leaving Shamia. Shamia's her own woman, and Portia decided to leave the trip early. Shamia's a grown-ass woman. I mean, she can stay. She didn't have to follow Portia back to Atlanta. So Kenya then asked LaToya, well, how do you know that Portia left? Because she said, Candy told me because Candy left. So then we go back and we see Candy on her way out because, she got business to handle and she can't be stuck in New Orleans during the hurricane. So she hightailed it out of there too. So now Kenya has a problem that Candy didn't tell her that she was leaving. And I'm guessing it's because Candy and Portia took the same flight out. So next we see the weather in New Orleans is awful. It is storming, and now all the ladies are just gathered in the hotel in one room. So they're going over the events that happened at the dinner last night. And Marlo's like, yeah, well, I kind of blame it on the Patron, my behavior. So now Kenya tells the ladies that she's just gonna drop it, she doesn't care. Okay, we'll see. Well, all right. Now the lights in the hotel is out. It looks like Portia and Candy were the smart ones to get out of there. Wait, so when they walked in the dark room, why was there lights in the background? Yeah, so it looks like the trip is ruined. Like, we see the ladies eating in candlelight, and then it looks like the next day comes and the hotel is still without power, so the ladies are just packing in the dark. Okay, so that was confusing. So the next scene, we're just back in Atlanta now. So I'm guessing they drove back to Georgia in the storm? I don't know. And we're at Drew's place, and she's in the pool with her husband. So after that little short scene, we see Candy. She's on the set of a movie she's on. I'm not really sure the name. Is it Envy? Never heard of it. Oh, so I'm guessing we're in November now, and they're showing the ladies' reaction to Joe Biden winning the election. Next, we're at Cynthia's place, and Portia is coming over, and like everyone during that time, they were celebrating that Biden won. So it looks like the reason that Portia came over by Cynthia's is they're just doing a little business PSA for a cause. And now Cynthia's asking Portia, well, why did you leave New Orleans without even telling anybody? So as Portia is talking to Cynthia, it seems like she is done with Marlo, and she sees Marlo for the backstabbing opportunist that she is. Thank you, Portia, for calling out Cynthia when she said, oh, well, Marlo's in pain. She's like, bitch, if I hear one more person that's in pain trying to inflict pain upon me, that is no excuse. So they're interrupted by a FaceTime from Candy, and she's telling them that, you know, with her new restaurant Blaze opening, she's having a tasting and making sure they come down for it. Wow, this feels like a long-ass episode, don't it? So next scene, we're at Blaze, and I gotta say, next time I go to Atlanta, which I think is gonna be Memorial Day now, I wanna try out Blaze. So I will let y'all know how it is. So the restaurant is gorgeous, I gotta say. Candy be about her business. Yeah, I can't wait to come here. So Drew and her husband arrive, and do I even have to say it, y'all? I'm not. Moving on. So it looks right now it's Cynthia, Drew, Candy, and Portia. And I like this energy. I hope no one else shows up. Oh, we got Mama Joyce, on Nora, on Bertha. Oh, it's so nice to see them. Mama Joyce's hair is laid. Well, I spoke too soon. It looks like all the ladies are invited. So we see Shamia, and then we see Kenya. And Marlo comes right after Kenya. Coincidence, right? So it looks like everyone is around the fire pit, and yeah, Portia's like she's not about to be fake with Marlo. So yeah, it's to be continued, and there's only 2 episodes left. This episode, it started out okay, but really slowed down in the end. And I was just wondering, is this over yet? Anywho, I guess next week we'll see if they keep it cute in front of Mama Joyce and them. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all for Married to Medicine.